Hello again, everyone. I'm Martin Folse, and I wanted to take some time on a sad note to remember someone that was pretty special in our area, Miss Carol Ann Houma Collins. There you see Miss Carol. She passed away and was recently laid to rest. And what a great woman. I could just recall Miss Carol always coming to HTV and participating on our programs or inviting us to her programs or bringing us a flag and doing different things in the community. Her and her husband, Gerald Collins, just a very integral part of Terrebonne Parish. And I know the family had just buried their sister also, Miss Lisa Collins. So my condolences to the entire family for the great loss in such a succession that was very close together. So we certainly wish the family best. But let's bring up Miss Collins' picture again, and we'll talk a little bit about her. She was born July 26, 1940 in Houma. She passed away on January 14th, surrounded by her loving family. She was 84. She was a beloved wife, mother, grandmother, and great-grandmother, and the very center of her family. She is survived by her husband of more than 66 years, Gerald Collins of Dulac, son Marty Collins of Houma, daughter Cindy Collins of Houma and Stacy Collins Ross, and husband Darrell of Houma. Her three grandsons, John Melanson Jr. with Elisa of Houston, Texas, Colin Melanson and Jillian of Baton Rouge, and Tesh Melanson of Baton Rouge. Her three granddaughters, Anne Marie Ross, Carolyn Ross, and Katie Ross. Her five great-grandchildren, John III, Teresa, and Isabel Melanson of Houston, Texas, and Wells Gerald and Marion Melanson of Baton Rouge. Her sister, Kathy Hemel Freelou Winfield of Hornville, and her son-in-law, John Melanson Sr. of Lafayette. And of course, she worked alongside her husband at Delta World Tire back in the days. They were one of my earliest sponsors here on HTV. Two great people who got me going in the sales business here as I was trying to build a TV station. She was a longtime member of the Women of the World, serving her local lodge in many capacities and holding many different offices, including president with the Woodmen. She was a jurisdictional president, a state delegate, and a national delegate. She presented countless Women of the World awards. I was fortunate enough to win one of those, and she was just a great person. She was a devoted member of St. Francis de Sales Cathedral, and she served as a Eucharistic minister for several years. And together with her husband, they built Habitat for Humanity houses throughout the country. Chief among their pursuits was cooking for charities, Southdown Marketplace, school fairs, and for hurricane disaster relief. Carol was chosen as the 2008 Alumnus of the Year in tribute to her involvement in the community and her many volunteer activities at Terrebonne High School, where she was a 1958 graduate. In 1917, the American Cancer Society recognized her with the Spirit of Hope, and that was the award that she got at the Bayou Social Gala, reflecting her significant contributions to and the fight against cancer in Terrebonne Parish. I want to roll in just something that I want to talk about. Her earliest years she could remember when I interviewed her for my one-on-one program.
Go back to the earliest years that you can remember as a child and sort of bring me there and tell me what it was about and where it was and paint a picture for me.
All right. Well, I was born here in Houma at my grandparents' home on Barrow Street. The home was where the Landry building is today. And next door was the butane shop and the railroad track at Magnolia. I was born in that home. And we lived there till I was about 6 years old.
And let's go to the one-word question I always ask. I want you to hear what she answered.
If I got Mr. Gerald in a room and all your kids, and I got everybody down Barrow Street when you were growing up, and all your friends that you grew up with, and I was able to get them in and also summon the spirits from heaven and say, in one word, describe Miss Carol Collins to me. what would you hope the one word would be?
Well, I would hope the word would be, let's see, I'm very traditional.
Okay.
And the head of the household was the husband and the father. The mother and the wife is the heart. And from the heart, love. I would like to be remembered as love. Giving love and receiving love.
Yeah.
That, to me, there's nothing better. That's a true treasure.
Yeah.
To be loved.
That's well said.
And I'm loved. I know I'm loved by my family, and I love them. I really.
But in saying that, you have played the supporting role all these years, and you played it well, but you seem to enjoy the supporting role.
I do.
That's where the traditional comes in?
That's right. I do enjoy it. And that was always my goal, to be a wife and mother. As a little girl growing up, you know, I wanted to be a wife and mother. And I'm sure that that was instilled in me through my grandmother and my mother and my aunts, because I can remember all of them, you know, coming to my grandmother's and cooking, and we would gather there on Saturday evenings. Everybody, well, there was no TV, nothing going on. We had a screened-in front porch, and everybody sat on that front porch.
Yeah.
We weren't too far from the street. But we saw everybody passing up and down, and that's where everybody gathered.
She said it beautifully. Miss Carol Collins, rest in peace.